Real Life Callouts, hosted by Savant and Goodbars. Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone's having a great night. We got some really crazy news at this moment in time. A lot of crazy things going on, bro. How you feeling right now?
Welcome to planet Earth.
Yeah, oh man, Earth.
We're all still here. We've made it this far, everybody.
Yo, we made it this far.
I just want to say, let me get into the shot real quick. I just want to say shout out to my my wardrobe people for giving me this snazzy vest for the podcast, because
Where's that vest from? Where does that come from?
Well, it has this custom, as you can see, Portsmouth collar. This collar, this is how it's like, it was made for a man from Portsmouth. So I want to give a shout out to my tailors.
Yo, shout out to the tailors out there, man.
My wardrobe for being such wonderful people and allowing me to look good every single day on this podcast. I feel great.
Yeah.
I feel great. It's a wonderful start to the season. Like most things in New England, we've had an unpredictable beginning to the
all the time.
To the season. And here in New England, we celebrate all the seasons. I mean, variety here is certainly the spice of life.
Yes.
Certainly the spice of life.
Yes.
You get the full earthly experience here in New England. And the climate is a lot like the climate in video games bars right now. Unpredictable.
You can't tell what's going to happen next.
This is a video game program, and it is more inclement than all the worldwide catastrophes that are going on right now in totality.
Yeah, it's the same thing going on. It's the same thing. Things are breaking down. Things are not good news.
I was gonna say.
No news is really.
And this is also a Halo program, and so Halo has also been quite inclement.
Yes, it's really been hectic.
Do you remember inclement? You remember inclement weather armor?
Yes.
Yes. What was that, Reach? Right.
I think it was Reach.
I hope they have armor effects come back.
I do too. I want that. That's what I want. I want a Promethean.
I mean, I think it'll get you shot in a multiplayer, but who cares? You look good doing it. The sweaties won't do that.
No, the sweaties won't go do that. The sweaties gonna wear straight steel. They're gonna wear all black. That's all they're gonna be on.
I think the sweaties are gonna, because there's the whole thing with microtransactions, and literally most of them. What do they say? There's some crazy shit. Like most of them are. Don't quote me on this, everybody. Like some of them are going to be like, up to like $5 a pop.
What?
That's the rumor.
Coatings?
Yeah, dude. So what I'm saying is, you're gonna get people who are like,
horrible name.
But think about what this means. I mean, this means the super sweaties are gonna be like changing for each map,
each time, and buy the certain coatings for the map, so you can't see them.
Like I'm gonna camp over here. I'm gonna put the black coating on.
Yep.
I welcome campers in Halo because unlike other video games, there's no
hide mode.
Yeah, you better hold that position.
Forever.
You better hold that. Fuck you, sir. Fuck you, sir. I know that will be bleeped out later on, but it's all good. I'll try to keep it to a minimum.
Yo, so we really got some news here, bro. I don't know.
Is it inclement?
It's inclement. It's very inclement. From Engadget, between tepid reactions to the first gameplay trailer and the news Halo Infinite won't be a launch title for Xbox S series this November. It's no secret things are entirely rosy with the game's development. To help shepherd the game along, a Halo veteran has joined developer 343 Industries as a project lead for the Halo Infinite campaign. But the only reason this happened,
good old Joe, right?
Good old Joe's coming through.
Joe's coming through.
That's some good news.
We're not talking about Joe Biden. This is Joe from early Bungie 343.
Early Bungie
in industry.
Yo, early Bungie.
He was like a creative coordinator, campaign creative coordinator,
put things together.
Developer person. I look like the Flood.
That's what he does. That's what he does in the game, and he does those reactions. And the only reason this happened was because Chris Lee,
who was the director,
the original project,
Halo Infinite, right?
Yeah, right now he has left. Halo Infinite project director. What? Yeah, he has left. He has left the building because
he went left or right, or he left.
He left.
With a T.
He leaved. He left. LEF.
He's departed.
He's left.
What from the? What do you mean? He's left
the whole project entirely. 343.
quit?
He quit.
Or he was fired?
He was quit. He quit.
Well, now today's English. The millennials have changed it now. Getting quit and getting fired is the same thing. It's leaving.
It's leaving. Period.
Common denominators. They do math differently than we do.
Oh man, the Common Core math nowadays is it's a totally different world. I wouldn't dive into that if I wanted to. Halo Infinite project director Chris Lee has left the project after following a delay that will see the next Master Chief Adventure released in 2021 instead of this holiday. Lee confirmed the departure to Bloomberg News. In a statement, Lee said, "I have stepped back from Infinite and I am looking into future possibilities and opportunities. I believe in the team and am confident they would deliver a great game, and now is a good time for me to step away."
What do you mean? He didn't say anything about it.
He didn't say nothing about it.
I think they punked him off. No, I think they punked him off. You know
you
how
think 343 was like, "Hey man."
Yeah, he was coming back from Canteen. He was coming back from the hood, and they were like, "Look, man.
Hey man.
You're gonna remain in this building.
Look,
you know
player.
what I'm saying? We gotta row in the same direction, player." He had to take his shoes off when he got in the building.
I got my man Joe over here who's gonna say something about that.
I mean, that's awfully nice and transparent for leaving such a powerful company. Is all I'm saying. Like,
oh man,
and nothing. And you mean you've left, and now and nothing more on that. I want to hear that. I want to hear the dramatics.
I want to know what happened. I want to know why you're angry. I want to know why you felt like you had to leave such a powerful company, like you said, in 343.
Podcasts like us,
we want to know the answers.
We have to go after the dramatics because of the content drought. The content drought. The content drought. There's such a huge content drought that, of course, we're digging out here. Stuff like this is, it's tasty.
Ooh, it's
got a sense of sweetness to it, and we want to know more about it. I want to know why Chris left the building. Does anybody know? Put a comment in there. If anybody's familiar
with this whole situation,
with what's going on, and the director leaving 343 abruptly. Unprecedentedly.
And then Joe comes and saves the day.
I think Joe wasn't Joe coming. Joe was there anyways. Did they slip Joe under the door as a no? Because Joe was in the building before Chris left.
He was in the building before Chris left.
I wonder if Chris left because Joe was back in the building.
I'm telling you, Joe came through.
I know it's controversial, and we don't know.
Joe,
sure, but
Joe
it
was
sure
not,
is fun to think about.
Joe is not happy with Chris.
I don't think video game developers grew up the same that we did, but I'm imagining like they see each other in the bathroom and shit in the morning.
And they're like, "Man, this punk.
What is Joe doing back there?" I thought they was done with Joe.
Yo, what up, Joe? How you doing, man? You doing good?
So
Joe's like, "Yeah, man, I'm fine."
Yeah, he's playing it off. It's not fine with me, Joe.
Why you back here?
And before you know it, it's chow time.
It's chow time.
Everybody knows in the whole office.
They're going to have to see each other.
Right.
The girls are talking about it.
Right,
everybody.
It's two friends and a stranger.
Two friends and
who's the stranger here, Chris or Joe? Everybody, if you have a guess, put it in the comments.
Please,
we don't
right
know.
Below.
Damn, man. You say to yourself, if you ever get to be a part of some huge conglomerate, some huge, the cluster and machine of departments that 343 Industries appears to be, one can only say, I don't know how far an individual's presence or influence can be in the building. I know that a lot of large companies outsource developers.
Yes, a lot.
And because they don't have an inner group, a core, a solid place for the project, people who are familiar, people who are passionate and care about the direction of the project and, have a reinforcing team environment, it's very hard.
It's hard
to outsource your material and be, I can only imagine. Think about people coming to play our music. You know, they might even perform it well, but
it's outsourcing still.
Yeah, there's. I don't know if they're gonna have the same relationship, with the art. So, and Halo is not your. I mean, this is a relationship-based game.
Yes.
To put it in plain English, a big part of people returning to Halo Infinite, even though Halo has caught some serious feedback and criticism in the past for the way that they've handled things when it comes to 343 and in comparison to Bungie's vision. I am a huge fan of 343. I was and still am a huge supporter, as I was, for Bungie. If you ask me if I care what the Bungie kids are doing, I don't care unless they're working on Halo.
Yeah, facts. Just like that. That's that.
I love Bungie if they're working on Halo.
They have to.
So
they have to right now. Joe Staten tweeted also, and he is the lead of single player development. He tweeted, "I'm thrilled to join Halo to help them ship Halo Infinite. He's there to finish it. As a project lead for the Infinite campaign, I will be supporting the team's existing great leaders and empowering them to do their best work." And apparently Lee wasn't doing his best work. So he's gone. Something transpired in that point.
When they said Halo Infinite, they must have meant an infinite amount of possibilities when coming to this title. Because this has been...
It's been an up and down roller coaster ride.
Right. This has been quite
up, here, there,
it's
left,
like a
right.
piñata, and everybody that takes a swing at it gets a new piece of candy. And some of us have cavities.
It might be candy you might not like. It might be candy you might not like either.
I've liked every single Halo up until this point. With my lowest moment, here we go. Everybody in the comments are gonna throw rocks at me. But with the lowest on my title probably being Combat Evolved. I'm a modern gamer. I want to be where the modern physics are. I want to be where the modern, optimal technological feats. I want to
see some new stuff.
Yeah.
I don't
got a big appetite.
I don't want to drag across the map.
I don't want to walk and crawl. If I'm a superhero future warrior, and you got to remember that Spartans are put, as replacement for not replacement, but an equal to like tanks or other heavy armor machinery when it comes to fighting wars. So I want to be. There's no fall damage.
Yeah. It's no.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Come on with the fall damage.
In the future, we got to be able to run.
Yes.
I'm gonna throw that out there. If the cutscenes show you running, you need to run in the game.
Yeah.
If the cutscenes show you have a jetpack on, then we need a jetpack.
Yeah.
That's the if you're gonna push that technology in the lore, we want to see it in the fucking game.
Facts.
So, I think that we need to
Joe
keep exploring with the sandbox. Let's not everybody be terrified. Every time there's a change or an addition or a discovery and an exploration, we want to explore. Real Halo fans like me, old fucking men that buy the game every time it comes out. I buy a console just to play Halo. Old motherfuckers are the ones that keep buying this and then I buy it for my children. Don't me. I'm the guy with the bank account. I'm the guy. The 8-year-old doesn't even know better. I know the way the BR bounces. Play with me.
Speaking of the BR
I want to see
bouncing.
more. I want the whole. I don't care if there's elephants and there's long sword battles. I don't care. Give me.
Speaking of the BR,
I've got a lifetime. Okay, my son's 20 years old this year. He's when he was born. He was born with an AR.
And into Halo.
He was born into it. Ask him.
He had a Chief helmet on and everything.
That's right. That's right. My version of Chief farts dust. He's old.
Yo.
Seasoned. I rest my case.
Speaking of BR bouncing, bro, what do you think about this new Halo Infinite to have a 45 versus 45 invasion mode, quote-unquote invasion mode? Rumors suggest that Halo Infinite may contain a multiplayer invasion game mode that puts 45 UNSC versus 45 banished. You have a choice to choose what team you're on. He's not having fun. Bro, hold up. He had to muster up the strength for this. $45 versus 45. Speaking of the way the BR bounces.
I want to make it perfectly clear that this sounds Bonnie Ross. Bonnie. You guys said...
Y'all knocked his health bar down a little bit. Why y'all knock his
health?
What the
heck? I can tell that. And naturally, there's no med packs. Guys. I knew you guys were going to play this shit. I knew you guys were going to play this shit. I knew you guys were going to hornswoggle us all.
Hornswogglers.
Into your version of Battle Royale. I knew you were going to do it. I don't care what you call it. You all know, Bonnie.
This is a real life call out right here.
This is why we call this show Real Life Call Outs. This is the reason. I'm calling you out, Bonnie Ross. You guys said the only BR that we were talking about when it came to Halo Infinite was the battle rifle. And here you go. Then you did it. You did it with the friggin' pizza gun. Don't you Fortnite this goddamn video game. It's the one place that we can go. Multi-generations of families can go. Where there's no foam fingers and bubble guns and dildo swords and glowing carrot sticks. I don't want to do it. Where Spartans are running around hitting people over the head with football helmets filled with cottage cheese. Not in Halo. Why did you abandon playlists that work well? Like 5v5 CTF and Team Objective.
Yep.
And fucking A, bring back traditions like King of the Hill or Stockpile.
Yep.
Work them into the mix. Awesome. Represent them. Before you go just throwing us into a war zone situation or requisition-based situation or an ordnance drop really shitty Halo 4 situation.
All the Halo 4
and
people.
And you now, you know, because it's popular, right? And you think these kids, you keep trying to appeal to the kids. Guess what? We got the bank account, and we're not going to give these kids any bread
because of y'all.
Because of you. That's right. So until you make the parents happy, Christmas is coming up. Yeah. These kids ain't getting unless I say so. But since you know. I'm so terrified that you people want to Fortnite the world, paint it in plastic, and give it a foam finger.
Don't do that.
You know the Halo lore. The Halo lore is much more integral than that. Now here's what I'm going to say, and I'm going to say it one time. I don't hate the idea of you guys having a massive
war zone, quote unquote.
Whatever you want, right. Warzone Royale.
WR.
The first thing I want to say is you need to have this game, okay?
Yeah.
I said it. 343 needs to have this game. The reason why they need to have this game is because they need to push the microtransactions and have a place where they can utilize and take advantage of what I was talking about previously, which is this magical sandbox. So I can't be a big person in subscribing of open the sandbox, open the sandbox, open the sandbox. It's going to appeal to new players. It's, all of us. I mean, that's my side of the coin, and I get that. But here's where I'm gonna compromise with you, 343. Here's where I'm gonna compromise with you, Bonnie Ross. Chris, you're out the window. So I don't have to compromise with you. You're a quitter. You're a quitter. I don't quit. Goodbars doesn't quit. 343 doesn't quit. Halo doesn't quit. And ICG, Immaculate Connection Gaming, doesn't quit.
No, we don't. We don't do that.
Now, I understand what I said was harsh. I understand what I said was commanding. It was stern. It was stern. And what I had to say regarding there being, like this massive battle playlist mode, I said what my concerns are. And now I'm going to highlight the biggest ones. I think you guys need to do this. And there's my compromise. I think if you guys have a storm.
Oh, man.
You call it a storm, a flood. Don't you. Look, there's all kinds of real life storms and real life floods going on right now. We have real life creatures that are closing in on everybody. Please, lighten the load. But in all seriousness, I think that one thing that makes Halo special is that I spawn with a gun, you spawn with a gun, and you don't really get rewards for things unless you accomplish something or do something. So I hope I'm not seeing ordnance-type drops with storms closing in and random weapon placement. That's what I don't want to see. I don't want to see it. I don't know how they're going to deal with that. That's the big one. And I don't want to see anybody dropping from a blimp or a pelican. This has got to be a different thing. Like, ODST pods drop in, or maybe you do it like strategically. Like maybe, you know what I mean? Like just randomly dropping out of the sky onto, what is it, Zeta Halo or something, or Reach. I don't want to. It seems very.
I feel that.
It seems very disconnected.
Not connected.
And one last thing, there better not be any AI in it. Now, if you want to have like a playlist that is like a firefight based, and I think that firefight should be, if you ask me, I think firefight, if it's included in the game, actual firefight. Excuse me. I think that if firefight is in the game, it should be presented as traditional ODST, Halo Reach, custom game style.
Yes.
Accommodations, hop on with friends, meet people, build the Halo community and social environment, discover, do challenges, etc., etc. I don't think that player versus player and AI should be a thing, especially in this battle zone you fucking guys are going to do. So if you're going to do the battle zone, you guys are suckers and copycats. But if you guys are going to rebrand again and over again, what seems to be
the thing now,
a big tradition in game developing now is same sorts of things we see in other pop culture and arguably, wash, rinse, repeat kind of
the cycle,
marketing. And all right, so that's my thing. Is I think that if you do have AI involved with it, I think it should be offered separately. Yeah. I think you should move traditional style stuff like BTB back off the social arena and back in the traditional playlists.
Ranked.
And BTB's always been ranked. I think you could bring back traditional 5v5 CTF kind of stuff would be great. Great to see a team objectives kind of thing happen, and as well as your traditional SWAT and maybe one that rotates, like a special one, like snipers and shoddy snipers and et cetera, et cetera. And then
I like that.
You know, still on ranked, and then on the social side of it, you can have all kinds of things. Who cares? You know, on the social side of it, you can just get really wacky with it. I don't care.
Yeah. Big
I don't
fiesta,
care. You know what I mean?
whatever,
And if you want to do if you want to do fiesta, custom style, action sack, goofy stuff, have a place for the kids. Have a place for them to go and whack each other with foam fingers and teabag each other. But there's a whole other group out here, and it's not an age group. It's a kind. It's a people. It's a type. It's a brand of Halo player, and I'm saying it, and I'm sticking up for everybody right now, old and young. We don't want to see it. I don't want to run around with Nerf neon guns. I don't want to see it. I want to feel like a Spartan.
Yeah.
The job of Halo, the magic of Halo, is to get off of this planet, to forget about your worries of the day. I don't want to do tasks that I have to do in the real world in a video game. Save that shit. This is the one-shot network, man. I'm putting it down. You guys got to understand, I'm going to put one in the air for my people at 343, but you got to understand, this ain't The Sims.
What do you think about the fact that some people are saying they're going to unmask Chief?
I don't believe that that's going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen at all. But people are saying they should unmask.
I don't care what they say. I don't care what they say about that. I don't even see that as being. Whoever thinks that that's going to happen, I'm here to burst your little tiny life bubble. It ain't happening. I hope I just broke your heart. You ain't ever going to see the Chief's face. You ain't going to live that long. Soldier.
Player.
He's a little player.
Player.
If you make it to as old as I am and Bars is,
oh man,
we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it. Hey man, this is One Shot the Network. I'm ICG Goodbars. This is William Savant. This is Real Life Callouts. You guys have a great night. Please be safe. Halo, please. Let's get a game. Come on, 343.
Content drought.
You guys be safe, man.